Ding, ding. What
There
up,
he
yo?
is. There he is.
No, there
What's
you
up?
is.
There you is. What's going on?
Look, man, I can't tell you what's happening. All I could tell you is it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm still up. So I figured, you know what? Let me do a live. A lot of stuff going on. Um, if I call you NB or Lauren tonight a little bit, don't like take offense to it. You know what I mean? I'm just so
All
used to
good.
having her.
All good.
And
Well, she's out for the count.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
she's,
she gets up
she's
early anyway, right? I always
yeah.
notice that. Like sometimes, sometimes I'll get up. Like I usually wake up about 8 o'clock to get ready for work, but sometimes I'll get up at like 6, go to the bathroom, feed the cat or whatever the case may be, and I'll look at my phone and I'll have like all alerts from the middle of the night, and I'll always see like her and Jerry are on at like 6:30 in the morning all the time.
There he is, Nunzio. What up, man? Nunzio's my
They,
brother. You know who
yeah, I've been
Nunzio
seeing
is?
him. No, I've been seeing him around. I mean, I don't really know who he
Yeah,
is, but I see him.
he's good people. He's a little bots, but he's good people. He's crazy in a good way.
Look, this guy said it's been a minute since you did a late one, so I guess you're notorious for late ones.
No, 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 no. You know what I think it was? Like, what's up, Edwin? What's up, Captain? During the pandemic, my sleep schedule was so messed up,
Yeah, I hear you.
and now it's getting back to that.
It's hard, bro. It doesn't happen overnight.
You're right about that.
It's definitely
You're
hard
right
for
about
sure.
that.
And I
And
tell you the truth, bro, it's so weird because even though like I'm I'm uh I'm gonna be turning 40, so it's not like oh so much older. But when they tell you like as you get older, you need less sleep. But I always thought that as like yeah, when you're like 65, 70, my grandfather used to sleep for like 4 hours and be fine. But I really realized that if I sleep 8 or 9 hours, I wake up more tired.
right,
You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
coach. Thank you, coach,
Who we got here? Let's see.
because I
Joe,
got
you got to introduce me to some of these people. I don't know anybody.
okay. So, coach, thank you for the thank you for that website. I was gonna text you. You know the fight website because I've been using it, and I want to say thank you for that.
Oh, that
So
came
he,
from him?
yep.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah. Thank you for that because you passed that on to me.
so coach Nunzio, Edwin, the captain. These are all friends of mine through YouTube that
Gotcha.
have that knew me in the beginning. You could ask me any question, Nunzio. Um, so yeah, I really haven't really done any late nights really. But like I said, my sleep schedule's getting all messed up again. So it's
Are you even like right now? Would you even say like you're physically tired? Like I'm not even like I don't feel like I'm ready for bed. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
what do you mean?
Like I'm not. If I lay down, I'd fall asleep in like 15 minutes, sure. But I'm not like tired. Like I'm not exhausted right now. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Right. Yeah, I've been sleeping late and in the
And
day.
tomorrow is actually my Friday for work, so one more day, and then I get my 3 day weekend, which I actually look forward to.
That's actually cool.
I set it up that way because Sunday, is the big day because of football, and
Right.
then I figure, you know what? because I'm not working at the other place no more. I'm like basically, listen, I didn't leave there to work full time here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like 4 days is more than enough. And besides, she's not around right now. So what else would I be doing, Joe? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's more so to keep busy, keep out of trouble, and yeah, the extra money is a bonus.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
I'll
that.
say one thing. So I was going to do a show earlier,
Oh yeah.
and someone else,
Yankees for
Angel,
life. What's up,
Yankees
brother?
for Life. What's up? So Angel did a show, but if she didn't go on, I was going to go on. And I got to be honest with you, I was steaming earlier. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but I might owe Angel a thank you because if I would have got on here a few hours ago, oh my God, I would have been cursing and screaming and going absolutely nuts. I would have been cursing and screaming and going absolutely nuts because what's up, Nunzio?
Yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? Good to see
Good.
you, bro. Good to see you, bro. Yeah,
Hey, what's up,
Angel,
man? How you doing?
I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm being serious, I'm not joking. You saved me because I was going to come on here and curse and scream. No, no, it was a spur of the moment thing. Though I wasn't planning on going on, but I got upset about something because for some reason, okay, do people really think that I don't have Lauren's back 110%? Do people think because I'm saying nah, 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 let's forget about that I've gone soft? So I just had to really address that because I'm like, really? Do you think that someone is going to disrespect her and that I'm going to be like friends with that person? So I was like, I have to come on because I don't understand like where this is coming from. But it could be coming from people trying to stir the pot because I'm sure people are reaching out to her or whatever. But needless to
I'm
say,
gonna say that. I'm gonna say it's that.
yo, let me ask you a question, bro. So,
sure.
what's going on with BK? How is he doing?
Good. He's good.
Okay, good.
He's like I say to certain, you to do the YouTube thing, people that aren't like, trained to do YouTube or you know what I mean, like just regular people, the the way that people act on this thing, it almost makes it to where like you're thinking like, okay, well, this guy's doing XYZ. Well, here's how I'm going to handle it. But you can't handle it that way. You can't. So the only thing you could do is just argue back and forth or
I
whatever.
heard you say, yeah.
And
All right, I see.
people like us, we're not used us. I mean, most men in general don't really know. The whole YouTube
Take
thing is
that
new.
shit.
So, like, if people on YouTube threaten your
Take the shit.
family, threaten this, that, you know, you have to just roll with it and go at them. But
Yeah, that's crazy.
you can't take necessary action to go take care of it. So I think sometimes you get in a little bit over your head with thinking that, you could retaliate or this or that. And quite frankly, I could go and do shows at any hour because, I my work is done from home. But if I had a 9 to 5, how could you do shows? And he's at that point in his life where people work, they have other priorities, and I mean, that's it. He's doing fine. We went out to lunch last week.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Just when you get a chance, give him my number. You
I
know?
gave him your number.
Oh, you did. Tell him to hit me up. Text me.
Yep.
Uh,
So what's
I
been
think that
going on with
I
you?
have I have a new number too as well. Actually, I'll text you that number.
All right, cool.
But
How's
yeah,
everything out
everything's good,
west?
bro. Everything out west is finesse, bro. Out here, bro. I'll tell you that. It's beautiful. I'm coming back on the east soon.
That's cool, man. You
Yeah,
normally were coming every month. What happened?
yeah, I'm good. I don't need to do that. I'm chilling now.
Oh, no, Captain. Nobody. Who? Who's talking bad about her? Well,
Yeah, nah, I
Johnny
gotta.
Mac.
So
Go to the
basically, I
street.
had.
The usual.
I don't see
The
that.
usual suspects are, running their mouth, and for some reason, I don't know. I guess certain people think like that I don't have her back 110%. Like friends of mine that are close friends, you know, I definitely have their back. In the reverse, they have me. That's how you know someone is a good friend of mine because they're always looking out for mine, just like I would look out for them. I just don't like people knowing exactly what I'm thinking at all times. Okay, because when you reveal too much on YouTube, it tends to backfire. So, truth of the matter is, these guys are talking junk, right? But let's face facts. Why do they have my phone number blocked? I mean, I don't get it. I don't have their number blocked, but they have mine. So I just wanted to address it that if people think that they're gonna go at her and that I'm gonna be like on the sidelines, well, that's ludicrous to think that. I
So
guess
just
maybe
to,
because the situation with the stand up guy. The situation with the stand up guy is a completely different situation. He said something, she said something back. He didn't want beef, so what are you going to do? So that's why I was like, leave it alone. He obviously felt he was making a mistake or made a mistake, but the name calling thing doesn't bother me too much. You could call me a bunch of names, and I'll probably still be cool with you. You know what I mean?
Yes, is she pissed off that he said that?
She's no,
Yeah,
she's
she
not
has every
pissed.
right to
I
be
just been
pissed off,
hearing
dog.
this stuff. I've been
Yeah, she's
hearing
got
it,
every right to be pissed off, dogs. Without a doubt. He was running his mouth.
and
Uh,
she could defend herself too, which
I actually didn't see that. And then she jumped in after I bounced, like a while ago. Like they're
not a
doing
big
things
deal though.
retardedly. It's retarded. It's crazy.
The guest
But you
is
know what?
salt, pepper, ketchup.
This fuck over there called
yeah.
me out and said he was coming here on the 19th and never showed up. It is what it is. I'm not going to get into that at all. I'm just letting you know that
I mean, you
Florida's
could
a
you
pussy.
could get into it, but it's of course he's
That
not.
seems like that seems like to
Yeah,
be
I'm
the
yo, fuck that nigga.
that seems like to be the common thing on this YouTube that everybody tells you come here, meet me there, and nobody shows up.
Yeah, nah, bro, listen, I was here. The kid didn't
Yeah,
fucking. Nah, it is what it is.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous that it even has to get to the point where you're meeting somebody off of YouTube in person. But
Right.
Yeah, but no, he said he's
let's
gonna see
just say
me in
that it even
person.
does.
Yo,
Like,
dude said he
let's
was
just
gonna
say
see me
that.
in person. Beep this. Dude said
Right,
he was gonna see
right,
me in person. Like
right.
all that other bullshit. Yo, them trolls are mad fucking annoying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
they're pussy. They have no fucking balls. I'm
they're
sorry for
good at it.
cussing. Uh, but that's just, I'm raw with it. You know what I'm saying? Raw.
Yep, yep.
But,
But that's the thing. If certain people
What's
are a
up,
certain
Brian?
type of way, if they're a certain type of way that they're the type of person to say, "Oh yeah, meet me here, meet me there," but then they don't show up. So what that tells you right there, what kind of person you're dealing with.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
these. You know what swatting is?
Yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
But
That's not cool.
of course, as soon
Well,
as video game fucking people get rated and shit.
Yeah,
Yankees for life, man. Listen, honestly, it's for the best that we lost. You know what I mean? That we just got swept because I don't want this thing to be prolonged. And I mean, obviously, they lost the first two games, okay, but then what? It's like I guess they showed a little bit of heart, but I mean, Houston has their number,
yo,
so
Joe, did they 100%? I think I heard today that they 100% said that they're sticking with Cashman and Boone.
yeah, I'm sure they're gonna stay with them. I
That's
mean,
what I figured. They would have been Boone would have been gone already. I think if they weren't.
yeah, and Cashman, he's won championships, so
Yeah,
I guess he's limited with the payroll though, because the Steinbrenners don't seem like they're doing what the old man used to do.
right,
Spend
right.
whatever seems they're
And then
trying to.
you had all these wishful. Well, I don't know if you want to call them wishful, but people talking about if they get rid of Boone and Cashman, that Epstein and Mattingly are available. But it sounds good, but who knows if it would really ever work out that way, you know?
Yeah. So back to the beef thing real quick, because another thing I heard was that Gene Barillo did a live with the FBI kid. Now I
Yeah.
didn't listen to it, but when I heard it, I'm like, that sounds odd. I thought they really didn't get along too well. Get along too good.
I
But
think that's what they call what's that mob, like or some shit. You right?
yep. Because the thing is, these beefs, hi Terry Lynn, these beefs are what you would call YouTube beefs, meaning like they don't want it to go to the next level. Hell, I don't want it to go to the next level. But at some point, you got to say, all right, well, we got to take care of the situation another way. So as long
Right.
as they keep it as a YouTube beef, then we're good.
Sure.
I mean, they
Well,
crossed the line, but
it didn't seem like they were beefing at all. They were actually getting along pretty well tonight.
oh yeah, I mean that to me is I don't know. Every day this YouTube thing I get, nothing surprises me anymore
Right.
about the way business is conducted. So
I know it's crazy. Like the other day, last week, I was up late, so I ended up going to sleep probably about like 5 a.m. and I slept till maybe like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you wake up and you missed a good part of the afternoon, and so much like new stuff happens, and I was like, Jesus,
well,
it's like
YouTube,
it's like you got to catch up on stuff.
in regards to YouTube, it's probably the best thing that you're not
Yeah,
listening
true,
to
true.
because it's despicable at times. I mean, this FBI is like locked into this war with this Angel and Marla, which I think is, I mean, how do you even, talk? I mean, there's no explanation for that.
Joe, the guy C wants you to drop the link.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, that should tell you what type of people you're dealing with.
Yo,
I
the
mean,
craziest
they're
part,
doing it.
Joe, the craziest. You're gonna think this is probably the craziest part of it all, because I definitely did. Uh, I jumped on, mid interview with with Gene, but toward the end, he was saying that he asked him if he could set up an interview with him and Eli,
Right. Yeah, I guess
which
he.
was like, which is like crazy.
I don't know. I mean, it's every day. It's a new day. I thought he hated him.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I thought too.
What's up, C? I hate to say it, you fucking look like Gunsmoke's fucking twin. That's why I got a little nervous. That's bad saying that. What's up,
you,
dude?
you, you cheek, you cheeky bastard. What's happening? You alright?
Listen, if you if you ever said I look like FBI, you'd never come on the fucking show again. So I know how you feel. I was just being funny. I
What's
wasn't
happening?
trying to disrespect you.
Nah, I'm only messing. Nah, mate.
Yeah. How's
How
things
is
with
everyone
you?
anyway? Who's alright? How
Good.
are
We
you,
can't.
Joey?
Yeah, we
Nah, it's
can't
good to hear
complain.
from you, bro.
Would you say I'm sorry?
Said it's good to
All
hear
right.
from you.
Oh yeah,
Good to
definitely.
hear from you.
How are things with you?
Trying to iron that because I look like Gunsmoke.
Yeah, I mean it seems like their biggest target is, women, I guess. That's the way they conduct business.
No, the thing with Gunsmoke, he's absolutely infatuated with Lee Cole. Now, every now
Really?
and
I
again,
thought
I'll
he
just
hated
tune
Lee
into
Cole.
his show.
I
I'll
thought he
tune
hated
into
Lee
his
Cole.
show, and all he does is just play clips of Lee Cole and just talk about Lee Cole over and over again. I think the kids
I
butthurt
know
over the fact,
he made his
you
avatar.
know,
He
that
made
they're
his
getting Lee
avatar
Cole
look
back.
like Rico.
Yeah, everything to do with Lee Cole. I reckon Lee Cole broke his heart. You know what I mean? That fucking shitbag.
I feel the same way about you, Tadaro. I was hoping to get a couple of good looking women in the chat, but all I see you there, so it's like, okay, I guess you're a nice fill in for the women. So believe like right now, I'd be screaming right now, but it's my family's sleeping. I don't want to scare the pooch. So
Yo, Joe, I got to. I wanted uh, before you came on, I popped into Lefty show real quick just to see like who was on or whatever. And who's the guy? He's like really loud and like I guess he's pretty funny. But the guy Lucio, what's up with him?
Lucio,
Yeah,
the dude from Boston,
yeah. He seems pretty cool.
yeah, he's cool. Yep, he's cool. He's Italian too.
Yeah, I figured that.
Right. And he was in
I just
Lefty's
never.
chat.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I never ever really seen him anywhere else. That was the first time I ever seen him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You'd be at the end of the day, you'll be surprised, or
I'm
maybe you won't be
surprised every
surprised
day,
because
my
after a
friend.
while, it becomes like second nature.
Yeah,
You know.
I hear that. I hear that.
Yeah, Coach. Baffa actually did die, which I don't know. I mean, it is what it is.
How'd that occur?
I mean, you never want someone to die, but
How'd that occur?
I guess I have no idea.
That's crazy. It's
Yeah,
a shame. Buffett is funny as hell,
it.
but it is
I
what it
guess
is.
it's a part of life. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
I think about death sometimes, and I'm not gonna sit there and tell you like I ain't afraid to die. Blah, 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 blah. It's
Right.
like, you think about it and it's like, I don't know. It just, you don't know where you're going. I guess that's the whole thing. Like, I don't know if I want to be in an enclosed box, you know, in a cemetery when it's like 12 degrees out. Hopefully, I'll
Yeah,
get
that's why I'm all
better with a
about. I'm
blanket.
all about the cremation, bro. I want to be cremated.
Yeah,
I'd
but
rather
also if
be
y'all get
either.
like a mausoleum, that shit
Yeah,
is even
that's the
better.
best thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
mausoleum. So
true.
you have the whole like generation and all that to come through. Like yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and they could go inside. They could go inside and chill.
Yeah, and the rest of his family would get buried there too.
those
Like
things, those things cost
facts.
dough, man. Them things are
Yeah, yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
Yeah. You're talking about like the one that's in the wall, not a mausoleum where the structure is built. That type of
No structures
mausoleum.
built. Yeah,
You know how
Yeah,
much
he's
money
talking about.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot of
those are
cheddar.
like 6 digits.
Yeah, and
You could buy like a small house for the price of a mausoleum.
Of course. I figure we get
I
that for the for the future and shit like that. It's
I don't
easier.
know if that's a
Do it
great
all
idea,
together.
investing all that money. But then again, you're dead, so who cares?
It's
Yeah,
ace. You know what I'm saying?
and you got. I'm sure, depending on the size, I'm sure you get 4 or 5 people in there easy.
Of course, without a doubt.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, I go in the drawer basically.
yeah, the wall. That's true
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, my
It's weird
grandmother's
because
she's in the wall in Moravian.
that's out by
It's
you,
Staten
Joe.
Island, right? My grandfather's
Yeah.
in the wall. Yeah,
Hmm.
right
Yep.
next to the house on Carroll Court over there where Drita used to, where Drita lives.
Nunzio, you know salt, pepper, ketchup?
Not sure.
Yeah, he's
No,
the
I've
he's
seen him
the newest
before.
douchebag to come into the YouTube world.
Sons of Italy's in the house.
What's up, Michael? How are you? There's
I seen
Eddie.
you earlier, Joe. I seen you earlier. You told them you never heard of the hardware store. I seen you trying to be funny.
Yeah, not trying to be funny. Something I don't want to think about. So, yeah, it's a tough situation dying. It's like I don't even want to think about it,
Yeah,
to be honest with you. But the
it's
way
one of those
time
things.
flies,
If you start thinking about it, you could catch yourself sitting there for like a half hour and like thinking about all crazy shit.
yeah. What scares me is how fast time passes by.
I know, I know, I
It's
know.
like
Crazy.
when I first went out to Vegas, it was 30 years ago. And I'm like, holy shit, time flew by so fast.
How long were you
Unbelievable.
out there total?
Probably about 6 years. Yeah, about
Yeah,
6 years. And it was like, I don't know, I really like Vegas. I still do.
right.
You know where
You
Clark High
like?
School is, Nunzio?
What happened?
Clark High School.
No.
Yeah, it's off Penwood Avenue. That's where I went for a couple of years.
I'm gonna
And
look
it
at
was
that.
great because the weather out there, I like the Vegas weather. I could deal with the heat. It's
Yeah,
the
it's a
cold
bit
I don't
chilly
like.
right now.
Yeah,
It's
and the
cold at night.
rain. And
Yeah,
the
Oh,
rain.
you're out in Vegas, Nunzio?
yeah.
Where are you on
Oh, no.
Sahara and Eastern, you said?
Some something
Around
like
that
that.
area? Yeah.
Around that. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to live right off of Sahara and Eastern.
Nice.
There was a car lot on Sahara that I worked on. I was a lot boy at the time. People buy a car, you gas it up, bring it down to the detailer. Then I
Oh,
started
nice. Yeah.
sailing. So I mean, it was all right. I also had a really good job that I guess everything happens for a reason, but I got a job working at the airport on the maintenance crew
McCarran International.
because one of my friends, his name was Dario Herrera. So Dario is Cuban from Florida, but he actually went to UNLV. He became a city council member. They call it a county commissioner out there. He was
Right.
like 30 something years old and he took a liking to me. So he would send me on all these interviews, like call up people he knew. He got me in at the airport. I quit that job. I shouldn't have quit, but in hindsight, I guess to be right here where I am now, I had to have quit.
Of
Now, this
course.
kid, Dario, you could Google it, Dario Herrera, Herrera or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was a county commissioner. He got fired and he got indicted for taking money
Oh
because
God.
they vote on all the city council, the county commissioners. They vote on, yeah, you could put something here, you could put a strip club here, you could do this, you could do that. Yeah, and they convicted him of accepting bribes. He did about 5 years in jail. If he didn't do that, he'd, he'd be running for governor right about now because this was 25 years ago. And recently I reached out to him on Facebook, and yeah, he had me going on interviews. The gas company, Southwest Gas, this and that. But at that point, I really wasn't looking to work. I was looking not to work. You know what I mean, and be able to take care of yourself. No, 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 not by Boulder Highway. No, right by Eastern. It was called Allstate Car Sales. Allstate, like the insurance company, but it was actually a dealership there. And I didn't know how to drive stick shift. I told him, yeah, I knew how to drive stick. Man, you should have seen me the first couple of times driving stick because I had to get it, go down the street and fill up the gas. Talk about burning the freaking clutch out. Holy shit. You're supposed to let your foot off the clutch. Me, I had my foot down on the clutch, shifting first, second, third. It was amazing. I wonder how many transmissions I freaking destroyed. Eventually, I learned how to drive, but it was just funny.
Yeah, yeah,
I had a good time back then.
yeah. Vegas is
Doing
nice,
that.
bro. You can make a ton of money out here.
Andrea, what's up?
So I was gambling today. I went to roulette. I was just playing red or black, but I was going all in, and I was actually hitting. I lost some, but I was up like 250, so that worked out.
You like playing roulette?
It's a simple game. It's you know,
Yeah, well, 21's not a difficult game.
not either. Yeah, it's not that bad. I played that. I just started playing roulette. You know what I'm saying? Like my cousin took me to the resorts over here, and I hit pretty well.
Did
It
I
was
say
like a
what's up to
$50 ticket.
Andrea
Huh?
Fatale?
Yeah, what?
No, there's someone in the chat, a friend of mine in the chat. I had so many jobs in Vegas. I was a busboy at this place called the Westward Ho, right next to Circus Circus. I was a horrible busboy. All the people that were busboys at that place were Filipino, and they all were about 4 feet tall. And when you're 4 feet tall, it's perfect height to be a busboy because when you clean off the tables, like me, I had to bend over to clean the tables. These people stand up straight and just put everything in the bucket and keep it moving. So yeah, I had that job, and I also had a job as a bellman at the Continental Hotel and Casino, which is off Trop and Paradise, and or actually was closer to Maryland Parkway by UNLV. I used to have to go pick up people from the airport, bring them back to the casino. You know, you make tips, you carry their bags up. Yeah, that was cool. But if I could go out there to live, I would go out there. I go out there in a heartbeat. This Staten Island's some straight up bullshit. We should trade places, Nunzio. You come here and I'll go out there.
I got some things going on out here, so yeah. I'm also going to Cali in January.
Yep.
So yeah, I got all that shit coming through on the west, and then I'm gonna go back in the east probably before January, like November.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was Flamingo, Ron. Yeah, Paradise and Flamingo.
Yeah,
Shit. So what else is going on with you?
doing good, bro. No,
Making moves, huh?
yeah,
One other thing I liked about Vegas was actually going to Cali.
yep,
LA's like 4 hours, so I used to drive out there.
yeah,
Straight on I-15 and you're there.
yep. I like it too because there's no tolls. Also, what I was told when I drove that Cali before, because I went to San Diego Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You went to TJ or no?
what's that?
Tijuana.
Nah, I ain't drive there.
No, it's San Diego. It's right over the border with San Diego, Tijuana.
Yeah, I know. But I was with I was with the family and shit like that. So that, it's good to know though. Anyway, so we went over there, hanging out. It was like a 4 hour drive, but though you can't bring. So say if I drive through Vegas, right? I can't have any like fruits in the car and shit like that because you can't transfer from that, like, that check right there, like they check sometimes the car
Where in Barstow?
when I think that's Barstow. Yeah, possibly.
It's like it's the halfway point
Exactly. They
to
check you,
go
so
there.
they make sure you don't have any like stuff that was from here to go in there because they don't want their soil. It's something like that. I don't know how to fucking explain it. Agriculture or something like that.
I would
No.
love to go back to Vegas.
But yeah, I
Yep.
was just letting y'all know because they can charge you for bringing agriculture into different state lines. It's weird, bro. I've
Yep.
never heard of that.
I never heard of that either. Fruit? I mean, what? You're gonna have a fucking carload of fruit? I could see if it was an 18-wheeler or
Nah,
whatever. But in
like
your trunk, what are you gonna do with what are you gonna make $1 million selling the shit in your trunk?
nah. It's just a precaution, so it doesn't ruin their soil. That's what they say.
Yep. Did they pull you over though or no?
Nah, I was valid. And I had all different types of shit in the car.
Yep. I could tell you some stories. God was on my shoulder a lot of times.
Yeah, that's why I have an angel on mine.
Yep. I mean, I was just finished smoking and I get pulled over. Oh, it's funny. Then I had, this was funny. I had bought a Nissan Maxima and I had dealer plates on it. The dealer plate expired. I get pulled over for it and the guy writes me a ticket, the cop. So I'm like, okay, I got the ticket. Sometime later, I get pulled over again and he starts writing me a ticket for the expired, the plate expired.
Yeah,
As he's writing, I take out the ticket for, that I got earlier. This cop proceeded to curse me the hell out because it's like they can't write the same summons twice. But I didn't, I didn't show it to him initially. I didn't know they could only write it one time or whatever. But that dude was pissed, man, because he had to rip up that thing and throw it away.
Yeah, avoided that one as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it's what Vegas to me is, I like that whole 24-hour lifestyle shit. You
Yeah,
could
I
wake up
mean
at 3 in
it
the
is
morning, go
24
to a
hours, but
casino.
yo, you don't even gotta. I go to the strip, chill for a bit, and then I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be over there like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have
What do
to
you
be.
just go around on the strip, or
Go around the strip, go gamble, do little things. Go to the gun range over there by the Trump. Go to Planet 13. All that other shit.
yep? Hopefully, I'll go back there. I'm gonna take a little
Yo,
trip.
I posted a video on my channel, bro. It was a G21. If you want to go check it out.
G21.
G
What's that?
Glock 21.
I figured it was that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a gun enthusiast like you.
Nah, I know that. I'm just saying. It's a pretty good video.
Honestly, I like a 22.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, those guns like a 22, 25, 32, but mainly a 22. You get hit with a 22, it does a lot of damage.
I'll take anything, honestly. You know,
The bigger
that's it.
guns will go right through you.
Guns are
The
guns.
22, that shit rattles around. So I've seen a lot of people die off of freaking getting shot by a 22 or a 25.
Hmm.
You get hit in the right spot, it's bye bye.
Of
So how's
course.
things going with your show?
My show's doing good, bro. Like the
Yeah.
shorts I've been posting, I've been getting like 2,900 on that.
Oh,
Uh,
that's great.
yeah. I'm not even tagging anything in there too, bro.
Yeah. Switching gears. You like baseball, Nunzio?
I mean, I like the Yankees, honestly. I don't really follow sports that much.
Well, you like the Yankees, so do I. So what's happening is the Yankees got swept, obviously, but Aaron Judge, had a record-breaking year. Props to him. But I was looking at something, and it's the notable Yankee free agents this year. Okay, so the first one, Matt Carpenter. What do you think about that, SPK? Salt, pepper, ketchup? Would he fall asleep? Did he pull a Jeff Nadeau? He might have. He might have pulled a Nadeau. I guess it's late. So, yeah, I know he fell asleep. Nice. Fucking falls asleep. Or maybe he fucking died. Who knows? God forbid. Maybe he had to go take a shit.
Who?
You Mama Luke, I'm talking to you.
I'm listening.
You're not listening. Would you fall asleep?
No, I'm watching early Today Show.
Oh, okay. Because I went through the free agents with the Yankees. I'm asking you a question. You're not answering.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that, buddy.
Well, what do you mean you're bad? You come on a show, and what do you think you're just gonna like? Okay, I'm gonna come on your show, but you know what? I'm gonna go cook dinner and do this and do. Oh my God, man! This kid, that's why this YouTube thing. It's just
So
amazing.
listen,
People come on,
listen.
drop the link. They come on the show. They don't say 2 words. They're just sitting there.
Yankees for Life said what I said earlier, that he thinks that they're keeping Boone, and I think that's bad as well.
Okay, but I'm not talking about Boone. He's not a free agent. I wanted to go over the notable Yankee free agents.
Yes. So
Matt Carpenter.
I
What do you think of him?
I like him. I like the story. It's a good story. He resurged a little bit. He's definitely, his better years are behind him. But did he come through for us this year? Absolutely. He was a lot better than anybody thought he was going to be.
Yeah, I
But
think he's 35 now.
like you were saying, though, it's a good point. I didn't think of it. They rushed him back from that foot injury and put him up in spots where they basically needed him to come through. It was there or nothing, and he struck out, I think, every single time. I don't even think he got one hit in the playoffs.
He might have got one hit, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's going to be
but I like.
37.
Listen, I like him. I just don't see, especially if they're gonna get. Not like he's gonna demand a lot of money, but especially with the whole Judge thing going on. I mean, Carpenter probably ain't going to be expensive to keep, but I don't see them holding on to him. Would I like them to? Sure, but I don't see him holding on to him.
So here's his numbers. He played in 47 games for the Yankees.
Okay.
He hit 305 with a
Wow.
on base percentage of 412,
What do you have?
7
Let me guess. Let me guess. 12 home runs.
20 727 slugging percentage, which is 11 1.138 OPS, and he hit 15 home runs for the Yankees in 47
15.
games.
Okay. Okay.
15, and he had 37 ribbies in 47 games, which I guess
Wow.
is
That's yeah.
pretty good. And
You know what I found interesting was before we picked him up, he you know he wasn't happy, I guess, with himself, where he was. I guess, in his eyes, his career wasn't over, and he wanted to give it another shot. And he went down south in the warm weather, and you know who actually uh, taught him how to, change his stance, change the way he hit, and coached him, and basically, I guess you could say who he owes his resurgence to. What's his name? Uh, Hamilton, Josh Hamilton.
what about him?
No, not no. I'm sorry, not Josh Hamilton. I apologize. Uh, Holiday, not the pitcher Holiday, the other one,
Matt Holliday?
Matt Holiday. Matt Holiday. They played together on the Cardinals.
Yep.
And that's who he went down south before he came to the Yankees. That's who he was working with to change his to fine tool his hitting,
Yeah,
which is
he
which is
made
pretty
two
cool.
million last year.
2 million. All right,
Yeah.
I think that's money well spent considering 37 37 ribbies in 47 games. That's not bad at all. I'll take that.
Yep.
That's like saying that's like saying that's like saying 130 ribbies in 162 games.
Right. What do you think
I mean,
about Aroldis Chapman? He's another free agent.
goodbye, bye bye,
He
bye
made
bye.
16 million this year, and he couldn't even
Did you just
show
say
up.
60?
One
60?
six, 1-6,
Oh,
16.
oh, okay, okay. I was like, what? No, bye bye. Don't let the door hit you. See you later.
Yeah, that's
The guy's got a fastball and a slider. That's all he throws, and it's almost like you know exactly what he's going to throw when he's going to throw it, and he can't even get 3 outs without walking 2 or 3 batters every single time.
Yep. I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but
And then he's got the balls to not show up and say, "Oh, I'm in Miami." Are you kidding me?
yeah. Well, that's the whole thing is
Yeah, no.
he
Bye
pitched
bye.
out. So I don't know. I guess they're gonna have to let him go. I
He's
guess
got to
he
go.
wasn't happy.
Listen, with the way Michael King was pitching until he got hurt, he's on New Chapman. Bye bye.
Right. And
Michael King is otherworldly, bro.
yeah. So let me see. Um, who else? All right. So Aroldis Chapman. Then you got Anthony Rizzo.
100%. You got to give him whatever he wants.
Okay. So this is what he did. He hit 224, 338 on base percentage,
Right.
and his OPS was 817, and he had a 32 homers, 75 ribbies, and
Now here's the thing. Go ahead.
he made 16 mil this year, and
So he
he'll
basically made the same. He made the same money as Chapman.
right, and he this year 2023 he'd make another 16 million, but it's a player
He's got
option,
player option. Yeah, he's got the
meaning he
player
could
option.
opt out, which I don't know.
Here's
Do
the
you
thing.
opt out on a season like he had? But then again, he did
No.
better in the playoffs. But
So here's the thing. This is what I say about him. Got to keep him. The line you just read, those stats are good. What those stats don't tell you
is his
is his
defense?
impeccable defense.
Yeah. No, I like him. I
That
think we should keep
I
him.
love him. He's a fit. He fits in every way you could think about it. Offense, defense, personality. He's a Yankee. He's if 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 you were born this year and you watch the Yankees, you would think that Rizzo played for the Yankees his whole entire career.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He just fits in. He just fits in.
Yep. The next
And
one
he's a
is
leader. And he's a leader too. He's definitely got that. He's got that veteran experience. You know what I'm saying?
yep. Also the what's Luis Severino. The this upcoming season. It's the team option.
Yeah.
They it's 15 million.
Okay.
If they if they
I
buy him
I think
out,
that all depends on if they pick up another pitcher.
right.
That's what that's going to depend on
But his
because
I mean he was 7-3, 3.18.
right.
He had a let me see what was his whip.
I mean, a couple of games
One
I could recall. He got into some trouble, but he pitched his way out of it. He's not the Severino he was before he got hurt. But you got to remember, he had 2 Tommy John surgeries. 2.
he had a one whip, 112 strikeouts in 102 innings. He's a two-time All-Star,
Yep.
and they would I don't know. I think maybe I don't know.
I listen.
Would
If
you pay him
yeah, I
15
feel
mil?
I wouldn't
15
pay him
mil is
that
not
much.
that
No,
much. The
no, it's
15
not.
mil is not that much.
Right. I mean, to pay a starting. I mean, what do you think? He right now, if we don't get any other pitcher, he's our number 3 guy, right, behind Cortez and Cole.
Yep. So I don't know.
So
Who knows
it's
who they're
tough.
gonna pick up?
That's the problem. You almost know for without. I mean, I mean, listen, I can't say without a doubt because I thought the Yankees would have did a lot better at the trade deadline than they did. I mean, a team that was lacking pitchers goes and trades away one of their top pitchers, which didn't make any sense to me. But I'm very happy with the other end of that trade, meaning Bader and Montgomery. But I will say, it's almost a guarantee that the Yankees are gonna probably make a splash and get not a not a Garrett Cole type contract pitcher, but another solid number two, or maybe even a number one on other teams. That would be a number two here,
Right. Well,
I think.
the next one is Zach Britton.
Tough
Zach
to say.
Britton is making 14 million a year,
Yep.
and he had a 13.50 ERA, but he only pitched in 3 games.
Right. And
The
he
year
didn't look good in those 3 games, to be honest with you.
the year before, he had 22 appearances. He had a 5.89 ERA. Then his first couple of years, he had a 1.9 ERA, 1.89, 2.88. Those were his first 3 years with the Yankees.
Right.
He
When we got him
definitely,
from Baltimore, that's when he was the best.
yep. Yankees for life.
Um,
You want him to go?
I wouldn't mind seeing him go, honestly, only because we got King, we got Clay Holmes, we got the kid Efros that came over from the Cubs. Um, who else we got? We got your boy Clark Schmidt.
Oh man, Schmitty. I don't know. I mean,
Um,
I felt bad for him.
me too. I did. I was a little rough on. I was a little tough on him.
Yeah, but we're
But
always.
I wouldn't be surprised if they let him go, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't be mad if they let him go. I wouldn't be mad if they kept him. He's like one of those players, you know.
yeah. Moving along, the next one is Benintendi. He made this year.
Um,
He made eight and a
I
half
don't think
million.
he's coming back. Honestly, I don't think he's coming back.
He made 8.5 million. He played 33 games. He was an all-star this year. 33 games.
Yankees said to drop the link for
Drop the link.
him. But yeah, I don't see. I like Benintendi. Don't get me wrong. He's a top outfielder on any other team. But I think I think with the production that Harrison Bader showed us, and if Judge stay, I guess you know what? Actually, I will say this. I guess that depends on what happens with Judge. What do you think?
Yeah, possibly.
I
What's
mean,
up, dude?
just
Bays, how you doing, sir?
what's
Good.
going
How
on,
are
bro?
you?
Salt, how you doing? Nunzio.
All right.
Yo, what's up, bro?
We're going over the
Yeah, I've been listening, and
Yeah, yeah.
you're the
Good
expert,
to see you,
Joe.
bro.
You're the expert on a lot of stuff. So I know my stuff, but you're the pro on this. But just real
thank
quick,
you, but not
you're
really.
you're talking about these players, right? So, Britain, no sir, didn't do nothing for me. Schmidt. Well, let me say one thing before I go any further. You know this
Well,
as well as I do, Joe.
hold
Pitching,
on 1 second, Yankees for life.
yes, sir.
Here's what I want to do. Here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to name the players that are free agents, the ones we did already. Tell me what you think.
Okay.
Severino,
We definitely keep him. I think he's okay. I think he's got the mentality and the strength.
Anthony Rizzo,
Definitely keep him. He's a Yankee
Yep.
throughout, no doubt.
Yep.
Aroldis Chapman.
Let him stay in Miami.
Yep.
Yep.
And obviously, Aaron Judge, we all want him to
Right.
stay.
Of course.
Zach Britton and Benintendi are the last two we did. Britton, you said no, right?
Yes, I don't think he's got it.
Yep.
Benintendi, he's okay, but I don't. I agree with Salt. I don't think he stays, even if he wants to. But I don't think we keep him. But
He
Yep.
made $8 million last year.
I'm happy with Harrison Beta over him, to be honest with you.
let me just say real quick before you go any further, Joe. The
Mhm.
pressure playing in New York
Oh,
pinstripes is unreal.
yep.
Definitely.
Unbelievable.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying hypothetically, if you get let's say Machado or anybody like that to come over,
Right.
big stud, they may fail.
Yeah.
They may fail because they're
Sure.
in New York in pinstripes, but yet they're
Uh-huh.
slamming it up over there in San Diego or anywhere in
They were
Houston or
just
wherever.
booing. They
So the
were just
pressure's got
booing
to be
Aaron
tough.
Judge the other night. They were just booing Aaron Judge the other night. How about
Yeah, I
that?
heard that.
Now,
Yeah.
Joe, what's your whole thoughts before you go any further? What's your whole thoughts on Judge? And I'll say one thing: what did he do in the playoffs? But what's your thoughts?
Uh,
Well, first of all, we can't let him go. This playoff, okay, so he had one bad playoff, but I don't see that because you can't afford to lose him. Because if
yeah.
you think about it, even though he was shitty in the playoffs, he carried the team during the year. If you take him out of the equation, the Yankees don't make the playoffs. I mean, so you want to get rid of him? Okay, great. But then you're saying that you're in a rebuild. They probably wouldn't make the playoffs, next year without him. So I think you got to pay him.
Okay, let me go real quick with the coach. The coach is not the coach. He's not a coach, my friend. I don't
No.
believe
Hmm.
he
No.
is.
He's
And
too friendly with them.
Cashman's been there 25 something years. He needs to go too.
I
Joe,
agree.
I will say this, and Salt, I'll say this. I take the Yankees pretty serious. I don't. If you're not first, you're last.
I
And if the
Right.
respect
old
that.
man was alive, wouldn't have
Oh,
him.
forget it.
The
Oh,
man's
forget
tough.
it.
Okay, so you
Oh,
know what? Like the Yankees or don't like the Yankees, they're the Yankees, and
Right.
and you've got to continue to be that way. So you need to go get those players. I think
Right.
said something earlier to you, Joe, about Castillo that went to Seattle.
yeah.
We should have
Yep.
had him. We should
Yep.
have had him. Syndergaard, we should have
Yep.
had him at one time. Harper, we should have had him. I'm not saying we get
Yep.
all the all stars, but there's a few out there we should have had.
Right, but look, like you said too, like you say, all those people we should have had. I agree, even more so because look at the people that we got instead of not grabbing those 7-year contract to Aaron Hicks, that crazy contract to Ellsbury. Uh, that I mean, even though I mean, you could say what you want. I mean, Stanton. Many people thought that the contract was ridiculous, and towards the end of it, it's not going to work out probably. But all the people that we could have had compared to the contracts that we signed, it just doesn't make sense.
Yep. The Yankees should never be it should never be the Yankees don't have, the reason why he put this guy in is because this is all we had, or,
Yeah,
they should,
yeah,
with the
I
money
agree.
they have, they should have everything covered. It should never be like, oh, who's the next, I'm just, what I'm working with.
I
And
agree.
because realistically, Steinbrenner would have got him whatever he needed. So,
Yep.
Exactly. The old man. The old man. Exactly. Now, I wasn't 100% sure, but I seen in the chat earlier in another live, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they offered Judge 30.5 million for 7 years.
Oh, did they? Did they really?
no, I
Yeah.
thought it was 7 years, 320.
There you go. I'm sorry. There you go. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that.
7 years. No, 7 years. 7 years at like 30 mil a pop.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, so
That's
basically,
210.
yeah, that's what it was. 210. That's what they offered him.
No,
They
that's
offered him,
crazy.
they offered him 30 million a year, and he turned it
No
down.
way.
Yeah, exactly.
I
He
don't
wants
blame
like
him.
400, I think.
Yeah. Oh well, the
He
thing
wants
is,
50. He wants 50 a year for 7 years.
I think he wants more than that. I think he's gonna want the 8th year. He'll be like 39
Well, look at
because
it like this. I can't see letting him go because over a year or two. You know, if they want to give him 6 and he wants 8, if they want to give him 7 and he wants 8, over a year or two, you gotta give it to him. You can't let him walk over that. You know.
Yeah, the Mets are going to be hot on him. The Mets and of
Oh
course
hell
the
yeah,
Giants. He's from San Francisco.
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the
But the
thing.
Mets because of Steve Cohen's got so much money.
Yes. Hey, but we got a little change too where we're at.
Yeah, the thing is, it's going to be tough, is because I feel like you said teams are going to definitely like Cohen. I could see him throwing 50 million a year
He'll throw him a
to a
blank check.
Yeah, exactly. Salt, you're exactly right. You're
Steve
exactly right.
Cohen will
But
throw
you know
that guy
what?
a blank check.
But we need some pitching, Joe. We need some pitching really bad.
definitely.
Now
Which
we got
pitchers
a
are which pitchers
shortstop.
are available?
That shortstop, I can't pronounce his name, Vlapolo, whatever. He's in the
Oh,
minors.
Volpe.
Yeah, he should be
Volpe.
coming up next year. And they say he's a stud. He should be coming up.
Right.
Um,
I hope so.
but we,
All
we
we've
need
been
to
hearing about
surround
this guy.
ourselves. Go ahead, Salt. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, all I was saying is that all we've been hearing about is this kid Volpe for the last 4 or 5 years. I want to see him already.
Yeah, I think you'll see him next year. I could be wrong, but I think you will. But we can't go. We can't. And don't get me wrong. Nothing against the Astros. They're a tough team. Tough team. You can't not let them sweep us like they did. That was an embarrassment, my friend.
I would have
Right.
rather not made the playoffs than go out like that.
Yeah, that was a complete embarrassment.
Yeah.
You just
So
don't
And
do that.
what's going to be even worse is that when the Phillies play them tough and give them a run for their money, then we're going to look even worse.
Well, they're going. I feel Phillies are definitely going to get it. Syndergaard is going to do well. Of course, Nola, the other pitcher, they're two good studs there. I think
Oh, Wheeler. They
their
got Wheeler, right?
bullpen,
Zach Wheeler?
Zach
Yeah.
Wheeler, yeah, but their
Yep.
Look,
bullpen
I
is
got a
not that hot.
question. Yo, look, it's legal in Vegas, so I'm just maybe this is an advice, right? Yo, what should I bet? What game? What game you think I should bet on that?
on what?
I don't even know the pitcher matchup yet.
The World Series?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't
Your
bet the
best bet
first
would
game.
be
Well, it depends.
your
I
best
think the
bet would be
Astros.
bet who's going to win who will win the World Series. I would say pick either Houston or the Phillies and just pick who's going to win.
Oh, I think the Astros will win in 6.
So listen to
That's a
this.
good bet too. When you pick
like
the
it'll be a
exact game.
parlay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. We get some hockey, whatever, fucking a few other sports. Doesn't matter. College betting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this way you win more
We
money
can do
that
some
way.
shit like that. Yeah.
Here's some of the pitchers that are available, free
That's
agents
what I
this
want to
year.
know.
yeah. Let's hear it.
Trevor Bauer,
No,
David Price,
Nope.
no,
um, well, yeah, Chris Sale,
no.
Jacob DeGrom.
Of
Definitely.
course.
The Yankees could land him.
Would you trade straight up
Verlander,
the ground for Judge? Would you trade straight up the ground for Judge?
no. Verlander is a free agent. Noah Syndergaard, Clayton Kershaw.
See, all those guys you're naming, you got to give them a 1 or 2 year contract. They're all old.
Yeah.
Verlander's going to be 40. DeGrom's going to be. He's
Well, not the Grom.
34. Yeah, he's
No, not the Grom.
34. Yep. Adam Wainwright, he's over 4. Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke.
See, all these guys you're naming are basically like band-aids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then can they pitch in pinstripes? That's the other thing, you know.
Exactly. Yep. 100%.
It's funny
You've
you
got to
brought
go.
that up because I agree with you. The other thing is the Yankees always have to pay more for players.
Because they're the Yankees.
If they're coming to the Yankees, the players want more money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think they have.
What...
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I think they have to give them before they even throw them money, they need to take it and make sure their psyche is correct. You know, make sure that they can take the Big Apple. Yeah,
that's true.
Let's go to Doctor whoever, Feel Me Good or whatever, and let's see where you're at. And if you just say one incorrect answer, then you're wrong. So the pressure. Again, I can't say that enough.
Here's how I agree with that. What you just said. Check this
out. Look at the guy Frankie Montas.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He was the ace in Oakland. He can't pitch himself out of a paper bag over here.
Yeah.
So Roger Clemens in 97 and 98 played for the Blue Jays. In 1997, he was 21-7 with a 2.05 ERA. The next year in Toronto, he was 20-6 with a 2.65. After that season, he goes to the Yankees. He plays for the Yankees in 99. He's 14-10 with a 4.60 ERA. Now, his years after that, 4.6 ERA, 3.7, 3.51, 4.35, 3.91, 2.98. Then he goes to Houston. And he has a
with Andy Pettit
ERA. 1.87 ERA.
That's because he was still juiced up. That's because he was still riding that Yankee wave.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, how does his ERA go up by almost 2 points or over 2 points when he went to the Yankees? It's probably the pressure. Or any team that comes into Yankee Stadium playing the Yankees, it's like the freaking World Series to some of these teams.
Listen to this. I got a very similar story. So you guys remember Josh Hamilton, right? Good ball player. Great. Josh Hamilton, right? Great ball player. Great outfielder. Okay. Unfortunately, he had underlying issues. Had a little bit of a substance abuse, a little bit of drug issues, everything like that. Do you know that his agent, it was a strict no trade clause to the Yankees or the Mets because they knew that he would probably end up killing himself because of his substance issues being in the Bronx or Queens.
Right.
So Yankees and Mets were completely off the table for Josh Hamilton and his agent for that factor alone.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
I just think they're gonna have to do something because I don't see Houston falling off anytime soon.
No, they're just getting better.
They lost Carlos Correa.
George Springer.
Yeah, I know. They're still in with the best record in the American League. How do you think you feel if you're that AJ Hinch and Dusty Baker? Look at what he fell into, Dusty Baker. You know what I mean? It's like a World Series team, basically. That's like with Joe Torre. Buck
from Stick
Showalter
Micah.
Buck Showalter built that Yankee team, not Torre.
100%.
I mean,
Buck
they let him go
Showalter,
in '95.
Buck Showalter got fucked like that twice.
Yeah,
The
and
year he left, the year he left the Diamondbacks, they won the World Series the next year.
right. In a different sport, basketball, Mark Jackson, okay, got screwed. He was the Golden State coach. He's the one that drafted Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. They got rid of him. Steve Kerr steps in, and they won 4 championships. You know
I
what I
didn't know
mean?
that
That
about
team,
Mark Jackson.
that was Mark Jackson's team.
Wow.
But he was, the problem with Mark Jackson was, like, the owner of the team would, like, come into the practice or whatever. He'd tell the owner, get the F out of here. You know what I mean? He didn't want him in the practice. He's that type of guy. Like, he doesn't hold back. You know what I mean? And they got rid of him and
Yep.
get Kerr. I mean,
Yep. Where
same
is
thing.
he coaching anywhere now?
Nah, he's the ESPN analyst. Oh, he's a commentator, I think, for ABC or whatever sports.
Right.
Yeah, he does basketball games. So,
Yo,
yeah, that
what's
was.
this going on that Joe, not
Yo,
to come
Joe,
off the
you got
subject.
MGM. You got MGM. What's it called? Betting on your phone or no?
Do I what?
Have MGM betting on your phone?
Hell no.
Nah. I was gonna say
No, you know
I got
why,
that
Nunzio?
downloaded online.
All right, I lived in
You'll be
Vegas,
broke. You'll be broke.
and gambling ruined me. So I don't
But
gamble
if you
anymore.
have an insight about this game, that's a good thing. Like,
Yeah. The other thing, my old man was a bookie and a gambler, and I got to be honest with you. As a gambler, he couldn't pick his nose. You know what I mean? It's like certain. I mean, the thing is, people will bet on, football or, baseball. He bet on every sport: football, baseball, hockey, lacrosse, college basketball, college football. Like, he never saw a
Rugby.
game that he didn't, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. He would be so consumed with the games, who put this bet in. Because what people don't realize is, in Vegas, there's a lot of illegal gambling. Everybody says, oh, the casinos have sports books. Nah, man. But you know what? The casinos don't give you credit, and they don't, tell you
Exactly.
to square up with them on Monday or Tuesday. You know what I mean? So a lot of people look for a bookie. And then the other thing was
a marker.
UNLV.
You mean a
UNLV,
marker?
you
You mean
couldn't
a
bet on
marker?
UNLV games.
You mean a marker?
They changed it, but you could not. They wouldn't put a lineup on UNLV games. It changed recently, but then if you wanted to bet the Rebels, you would have to go to a fucking bookie or whatever. So, but yeah, that's it's one of those things where I lost so much money gambling that I don't know. You got to be careful. My
Nah, bro.
brother's a gambler. He lives out there. It could be a bad habit.
Yeah, for sure. It could be a
It's
bad
like
habit,
any
but
other
like
thing.
I got comped at the few places I've been. So
Where do you
yeah, where's
gamble?
that? The resorts.
The resorts. Yeah. So, well, what were we talking about? The free agents? What were we up to? I got
I'm
the.
trying
I
to
sent
figure
you
Man,
out
attendance.
which team should I be betting on, for this World Series.
for the World Series. Well, the first thing you got to look at is what the odds are,
Of course.
because if Houston's heavily favored, I mean, is it worth it? If it's like $3 or whatever it is, because they might be a heavy
Right.
favorite.
You'll end up risking 1,500 to win $5. 500. It's not worth it.
Exactly, it's not worth it. Because we were talking about that the other day. Some bet or whatever. I think it was on the
Jan,
UFC.
Peter Jan, Peter Jan.
On, yep. Yeah, so
Yeah, but
I
see, if I
stay
put
away
like
from it.
5,000 on it, right, and I have another
What happened?
5,000 to play with the other marker, Like, you know what I'm saying? I can place bets there and gamble in the hotel.
Listen,
No shit.
all I could say, I lost a lot of money gambling in my
Yo, they
life.
put it on the
All I
card.
can, all I can say is one thing: bet with whatever amount of money that you're okay with losing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, who
That
gave you
mark
that
is good.
Peter Yan pick?
Your boy,
Who's my boy?
Lee
Lee?
Cole.
Well, there you have it. Yeah, he actually texted me after the fight.
But Joe, not for nothing, Jan won that fight.
Look, I don't know if he won, but he definitely didn't lose. So
Right.
maybe a draw would have been better. They got to change that shit. Fights like that, they got to make it 5 rounds. Because
I
Joe, I
agree.
got a question.
it separates the men from the boys.
I agree.
So
Joe, I
but
have a question.
hold
When,
on one second.
Yo,
go
You're
ahead.
Joe,
not getting away. You're not getting away that easy. We have 2
Joe.
free agents left.
No, go ahead. No, let's do the free agents.
Jameson, Tyone, and
Let
Matt
him go.
Carpenter.
Tayo, he's got to go back to Pittsburgh.
Who, Tyone?
Yeah.
I got to admit, I think he did a pretty good job.
He impressed me. He impressed me this year. I think it depends on which pitchers we sign. That's going to depend on his fate.
I mean, did he? I thought he pitched pretty well. He pitched a
No,
few
he had
innings.
a very good record. He had a very good record. The first half of the season, he was undefeated.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess
he
you're right.
did good in the playoffs. The one game he pitched.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was
Well, the first game that he blew the game for them. I mean, they brought the guy in. They were already backs against the wall, and then they brought him in like a desperation move, and they lost the game. I mean, that's why I was telling you they owe him a shot, and they gave him the game, whichever game it was against the
he pitched
Indians,
against
and he won.
Houston. He pitched against Houston. 4.1 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, no strikeout. And then
Yeah.
Cleveland, when he played against Cleveland, 3 hits, 2 earned runs. He didn't get 1 out.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't get 1 out. But against Houston, what was that, game 2? I think
Game one.
he started game 1.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. It was
I
game
thought it was,
two.
yeah.
He came in. He came in the seventh inning or the eighth inning or something. He
Game
didn't
1
even start.
didn't Cole pitch game 1, right?
Right. Yeah. Cole pitched game one. It was game two. We won game one, and then we lost game two. It was game two. They brought Tyone out of the bullpen.
Right. He's 14-5 with a 3.91 ERA, a 1.13 WHIP.
That's an ace on a lot of teams in the league.
WHIP it good, and considering it's in New York, like we're saying, it's
Yes, I agree. That's what I'm trying to say. He's got to step. His fate depends on who else we sign in the off season.
right. How much did he make this year? He made
You got to
5.8
remember
million.
too. 2 Tommy John surgeries. The guy beat cancer. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5.8. I'd probably keep him because we
Absolutely.
need pitchers.
We do. We do. We
And
do.
Matt Carpenter, what do you think about him?
How old is Matt Carpenter?
36.
I
I
signed him
like
for
the
one more
story.
year.
Yeah, I
I do
like
one
the
more.
story.
You keep saying the story. What is this? The freaking Brady Bunch? Here's a story. I mean, what
Um,
do you mean the story?
um,
What's the story?
the fact that he was on the verge of retiring, he goes down south, changes his whole outlook on how he hits the ball, and then he gets signed by the Yankees, and he ends up being one of their best hitters in 50 games. That's a great story.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
The guy was on the
that's a good
verge of
story.
the guy was on the verge of retiring.
Yeah, that's a good story. I tell you a better story. We did. We should have got a ring this year. That would have been a better
I
story.
agree. I
Now,
agree.
with that
I
being
agree.
said, put some duct tape on the toe. Let's go out there and do what you got to do.
Yep.
That's it.
Now, the
That's it.
Mayhew, what's his name? DJ.
Yeah.
I like him.
DJ LeMahieu.
If
Yeah.
he would have been, I can't remember what happened to him, but we sure
He got
could have
hurt.
used. Huh?
He had turf toe.
Oh yeah. Okay. Put some duct tape on that toe and let's go.
I
I'm sorry, man, but yeah.
agree.
But here's the difference. He just signed a contract last year. If it was a contract year, you
Okay.
best
Oh, he would
believe
have been playing.
playing. Forget about it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I like DJ. He's going to be good for us. I like him.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So he's going to make the Yankees owe him 6 years. They owe him 4 more years, 60 mil.
That's 15 a year.
Yep.
He's going to be all right
I
with
tell
that.
you one. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'll tell you one thing. After seeing how the season unfolded, and still, and I was still kind of paying attention to how this guy was doing on the Twins. Urshela for Donaldson, we lost out on that deal.
Yes, we did. 100%. Yeah, I was
We
kind of
lost
upset.
out on that
I was
deal.
upset with that one.
Yep. I mean, we
Well,
got IKF in the deal as well, but I still would take Urshela over both of them.
Joey, would you have, when Correa left, would you have signed Correa?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
I
too.
would have signed him.
Yeah,
He's got a real high
Looking back,
baseball IQ, too.
yes, he does. But now look at it. I would have said yes then as well. But you look back at it now, like what we know for the second half of his season, he didn't do anything spectacular.
Right.
yeah.
But I was all in on him 100%. I'm not going to lie. I think
If
everybody was.
if the Yankees give Judge 50 mil, right? What does that mean
Right.
for them being able to sign other people? You know what I mean? Other
That
free agents.
that's what I'm afraid of right there, Joe.
That's the
What kind of
problem,
money are
right?
we going to have left?
Because
What
that
Exactly.
payroll with Stanton and Cole, they're both making 30 mil each.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what? Exactly. My point right there. So what are we going to have the same team next year? You know,
That's
Right.
I know.
that's what I'm
That's
afraid of right there.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
They
Yep.
gotta
I agree.
add some speed into the lineup. They
Yeah.
can't just rely on the long ball. They got to be able to manufacture runs, especially in
Well, the
these.
good thing, the good thing is they made. So what about the three rule changes coming up next year? Uh, the base pads are bigger, a pitch clock, and no more shift.
Yeah. I like this. I like the part. No shift.
Yeah, it'll make it more exciting.
Yeah.
But that's the no shift thing. To me, that's that a team
Part of
should be
baseball.
able to play. The problem is the people have to hit. Be able to hit the other way. If they're
Right.
moving over or whatever. Well, you got to be able to hit it the opposite way or where there's a hole. They're speeding up the game. That's cool. But because they do take a lot of time.
Yeah, they do.
It is what it is. Well, on that note, boys, we went through all the free agents, and it's 4:20.
I think
And
that's a good sign, buddy.
Okay, thank you, Joe, for letting me on, buddy. Appreciate it.
No, thank you, man, for stopping in. And you're welcome to
Yankees,
come on
good to
whatever.
finally talk to you, brother.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, likewise. So great,
You
great talk.
Yankees, do you follow basketball?
Yes, I like college basketball actually, but yeah, I follow some NBA. I
Because
do.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do shows after the Knicks game this year
Okay.
to talk about how the game went and like how the certain players did.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna watch the game and then do like a post game. We'll talk about it or whatever because I think they're gonna have a real good year this year.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be good as well. Yeah.
Julius Randle is looking real good. He came in tip top shape.
I know
So
you're off the subject just real quick. I know you're a Jets fan, but what do you
uh,
think about the Giants?
I really don't give a shit about the Giants, okay? But
I'm a Giants fan. I'm a
what I
Giants fan, Yankees.
what
I
I
am
do
too.
care about is this Brees Hall injury.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
I
that's a
forgot to
shame.
tell you about that. Yeah, my gosh. Wow. Wow.
This dude
Listen,
was
guys, I'm going to
way
listen,
over a
guys. I'm going to
thousand
bed.
yards.
I'm going to sleep. I got work in the morning. Joe, I'll talk to you later. All right.
All right, bro, man. Have a good one.
Take care,
All
son.
right. Take care, guys. All right. Later.
Yeah, that shit's crazy though.
Yeah, that's pretty sad with that guy. Jesus. I thought about you, man. Whenever I seen that, I said, oh my gosh, Bay Eighth is gonna crumble.
I couldn't because I started buying a lot of his cards now. I started buying them like 2 weeks ago, thinking he's going to have a big year and it's going to be a good investment. And I still think it's going to be a good investment, but we got to wait a year.
Yeah, exactly.
And who wants to do that shit? So,
Yeah.
but all right, bro.
All
Listen,
right, buddy.
like I said, you could come on whenever you want. Just say drop the link. You're always more than welcome because we're going to be doing more sports shows.
Good,
So
good. Just stay
I
away
know
from
that's
this
your
other crap.
wheelhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
yeah,
bro. You
hopefully the
have a
next
good
one do
one, man.
well, man.
Thanks,
Thanks
buddy.
again, man.
Good
You have
night.
a good night.
You too. Oh, there you go. That was cool. Yankees for life is a good guy. Salt, pepper, ketchup, Nunzio, and you guys in the chat. You're even better than all of us. So without you, we don't do shit. So Del Strain, Andrea, Brian, Edward Jimenez, Coach Sons of Italy. Did I say Scarbody? The Pyro chess team. And Minnie the Moocher. Yankees for life. Thanks for coming on. And the captain. I haven't seen the captain in a little bit. Ron Gross. Baby girl Wendy. Thank you for hopping on tonight. This was spur of the moment. Terry Lynn, thank you. Because we're going to be doing sports streams. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle in, we're going to do a sports show, but I'm also going to sprinkle in some temper tantrums of mine. So be on the lookout for that. You know what I mean? It might just come unexpectedly because at times it's very, very frustrating. Not you guys, but some of the shenanigans. Thank you guys. Love you. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Peace. Ding, ding.